Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release, whether here on the live stream or watching later on home video. Thanks for being here while we play everything and see everything. It's now May 1982, and our next game is on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is Mines of Saturn and Return to Earth, and I believe these were both released individually, but here they are combined for the first time. Let's take a look at Mines of Saturn and Return to Earth, starting with the box. Oh, very nice. By Microgen. The front of the box is kind of what I expect from most home computer releases. I mean, look at that. Could you draw that yourself? I'd think so. And even is the artwork meant to look that way? And then we also have another release that was the earlier one. This is by Saturn Developments Limited. Kind of a different take on what the front of the box was. Still pretty simple. So both releases is 2 individual games, and if you finish one game, then you would continue with the next one. Mines of Saturn is you're piloting a routine orbit of Saturn, caught in a radiation storm, which forces a giant planet's rings. Your energy drained. You make a forced landing on the planet's surface. Luckily, you crash near an abandoned mining base and set off in search for dilithium crystals to refuel your stranded spaceship. Kind of like Star Trek. And then after you finish the first game, the second one is returning back to Earth after you complete the first adventure. Having escaped from your previous dilemma, you reach Earth Station 1, fail to make radio contact. You effect a safe, if harrowing, manual docking with the orbital station. On entry, you find a deserted control room destroyed. You must explore the station and find a way to alert Earth your predicament. Beware of the many rooms and signs of alien intruders. There's some loading instructions, and then this would be the inside sleeve of the cassette tape. For the Spectrum adventure, it shows you how to play, and make sure you use capital letters will not be accepted. Oh gosh, if it's going to be that kind of stingy with the text parser, then we might have a little trickiness here. So there you go. There's the full sleeve. If you take the whole thing out of the cassette, oh man, cassette tape loading. This is going to be a United Kingdom adventure. For the manual, it's just a homebrew text manual, so not really too much there. All right, let's pop in the cassette and play some Mines of Saturn and Return to Earth on the ZX Spectrum. Bear in mind, the ZX Spectrum was just released a month ago, so this is still a very fresh computer. So there you go. We'll just start with Mines of Saturn. Piloting our routine orbit of Saturn, we're caught up in the radiation storm. Step cautiously down the ladder of your craft, and we are in. This is a very alarming beep there, but this is a text adventure game. We're on the launch complex. Tunnels lead north, south, east, and west. Where do we want to go? Let's go north. Pardon? Oh no! So I didn't use caps, but do we have to type the whole thing in? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we do. So we have to type north instead of in. You're standing at the edge of a cliff. Did you bring a rope? What if we say no? Pardon? Oh, it doesn't understand. Okay, so let's go back west. Oh, wait, nope. Can't do that. You got to type in west. Oh, man. Yeah, it is a finicky text parser. One of the first games we ever played on the ZX Spectrum was an adventure game. Oh, we can't go that way. Which way can we go? Let's go back north then. Oh, I mean, unless we're crossing the bridge. No, can't go that way. South. We're back at the launch complex, so this time let's go east. We're in the station control. There's an imposing set of equipment, including a battery charger, stairs that go down, and there's a torch here. Get that torch. No, do not get Roth. Oh, man, look at the load. You can't. Oh, yeah, it says get torch. So remember, I'm on the very spongy keyboard of the ZX Spectrum, and it can be finicky. You can't type as fast as you like. Okay. All right, what if I say look? Does it understand that command? I'm going to try the basic ones and see how well the text parser is for this. Okay, it just repeats the same screen. It kind of makes me appreciate the Scott Adams games where every screen has a split. Shows you what you see at the top and then the text parser down below. Okay, so what about inventory? Does that one work? Wow, the load! We really are on cassette in the UK. Okay, so yeah, we're just shows us what we're holding in the inventory and that's it. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go down. We're in the living quarters. Passages lead east and west. A short ladder goes down. Go down again. We're in the cellar. There's a small manhole cover in the center of the floor, and a light boat is here. Can we get the whole boat? Get boat. We played quite a bit of interactive fiction text adventure games, and this one is, I would say, the lay whenever we type in to get to the next screen. We've seen some games that run pretty quick, but I really can't fault it. There has been other games that have been this slow or even slower to load. All right, so we got the boat. Now what do we do? Go back up. Does up work? Living quarters. We can go east and west. Okay, so we can explore the ship. And one of the things you do back in the day is start writing or drawing a map of everything and get your bearings, because they're now starting to have interactive fiction games with worlds that you can explore. And I'm looking at Zork. Zork's one of the biggest, best ones that you could play at the time. And there's a few others out there as well. So we're in the kitchen. Appliances are all in working order. And there's a coil of rope. Oh, that's the one we can use later. Get the rope. Okay. All right, so as far as the first impressions, as far as text adventure games go, this one doesn't have the best text parser, and the loading is a little bit slower, and the environment itself, if you're into something sci-fi, it'd be fun for the time. And you have to think of, if you had this computer in the UK, it would be an all-right time. I'd say still, for all the games we've seen up to this point, we've seen some better text adventure games on all the computers. I'm going to go 2.5 stars, just slightly below par, of all the computer games you could play for the time. If you're a hardcore adventure fan, and there's some out there, you might even go average for this one, but we've seen it all. So I'm going to 2.5 stars for Mines of Saturn and Return to Earth. Gave you a few weeks, maybe, with all the puzzles you have to figure out for the game. All right, so with that, let's see our next game. We are still in England, and this is on the Nascom. Let's play some Moon Raider. Moon Raider's another one that we don't have any box or information for. If anyone out there is a big fan of the Nascom and actually has box, paperwork, anything physical that's scanned in, let me know, because everything I found is just this. It's just some screenshots. All right, so let's pop in Moon Raider, or slide in the chip and play Moon Raider by Program Power. As usual, need to know exactly what the RAM address is. Moon Raider by P. West. This is August 10th, 1981 was the original, at least what it says at the top right. You can believe it or not believe it. It could have been developed at that time. So targets are these characters, which the graphics probably are going to be only in the graphics on, or the characters on the Nascom. Lower asteroids and missiles are worth more points. Fuel dumps only increase your fuel. There's our controls. Move up, down, left, and right with firing laser cannon and dropping bomb. What level of play do we want? Let's go 4. Go big or go home. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is a Scramble variant? Wow. So Moon Raider is, yeah, it's like Super Cobra or Scramble, but for the Nascom. Oh yeah, that was really difficult. Let's go ahead to 2 now. So you can see all we do is move through the asteroids. Oh, but if the enemy, if the club symbol comes and gets us, what did they say the club was? Enemy missiles. Okay, so watch out for the enemy missiles. Okay, so let's go again. Man, talk about using your imagination with the character based. But you have the bombs to drop, and they give you both ways to attack to play. Oh, the missiles don't allow you to go any faster, and you have to dodge them. So I don't have a way to speed up. I'm essentially just going up and down and shooting or bombing. That's it. There is no speed or variable, kind of like with Scramble or Super Cobra. But wow, look at this. It's like simulated scrolling on the Nascom. That is really impressive. And the animation is just fall down. It does look like a paper plane. One you would have folded up in class, right? All right, so let's say 3. All right, so yeah, big props for putting this together. You can see how difficult this would be. You have to time when to shoot forward or to... Yeah, I wasn't fast enough to bomb. But notice there's only 1 life. Once you mess up, that's it. Man, you had to be really tough. Those kids must be tough in the UK. Video gamers, at least. You can see fuel is going down. There we go. I got the bomb at the right time that time. And I haven't bombed any fuel depot yet to see the difference. But if you were hard-pressed to find anything scrolling, this is the first one we've ever seen on the Nascom. So I'm very impressed that look at it. It's horizontally scrolling. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Keeping with the character base makes it work. You can see, yeah, it's pretty good. And this is 81. So think of all the computer games you could have played up to this point in 81, and think of everything you could have played in the UK. This is pretty nice. Very cool. So that is Moon Raider for the Nascom. Now, if it was 81, I would say this is still a very well done title. 3.5 stars for all the computer games you could play up to this point, an above average one. Oh, this one is just straight MAME to get the Nascom to go for us. And I had to get a few different tricks. Like you notice, we have to, when we boots up, it needs a memory address. So you had to know what the memory address is whenever it's running on the ROM. Yeah. How much is the? Yeah, that's a good question. What was the cost of it? Because at this point, we're in 1982. The Nascom 3 was out, which was the self-built system, kind of like the Apple, Commodore, and so forth. Everything else before Nascom 1 and 2 was kit form, and you built it yourself. If you look in the background over on the far left side, there's an example of the Nascom 2, but since it was self-built, they all look different from wherever they are. You can see there's a different Nascom 3 on the advertisement page in the background. All right, so I'll still say for all the computer games in 1981, I would give 3.5 stars for Moon Raider. It's a slightly above average computer game. And with that, let's press forward and see our next game. Next is OXXO for the Coco. So we're back in North America. Let's see what we got for OXXO. This one just has an advertisement flyer. Where is it? Oh, it's at the very bottom. Very tiny. It says OXXO, our version of Othello, by StarKits in machine language and very fast, and that's all they have to say. And that's all we got. The rest is just a few screenshots. Let's pop in and play OXXO on the Coco. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I appreciate the ads to make it like we're there at the time. All right, so I believe this one is machine language. No, I want load M. OXXO. Because it's fast. We're not running on that basic anymore. All right, so get it going. Do we want instructions? Yeah. How do we play this? Try to place a piece so that outflanks mine, creating a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal run of my pieces. Okay, so it's Othello or Reversi. Bounded by each end, flip one of yours. This will flip pieces. Okay, it's showing you how to play Othello or Reversi. You must capture at least one of my pieces, if at all possible. It's not possible. You must forfeit your turn by entering 0 or your row move. Should I play my best strategy? No. No, do not. Do not play your best strategy. Do you want to have X or O? I want to have X. Do you want to go first? Yes, I do. Whoa! Okay, so we played a few board games of Reversi and Othello. Never like this. This is kind of reminiscent of something you play on mainframe. So graphically, it's not doing anything impressive. And notice we have to do row and column. So if I'm playing as X, I would do, what is it, 6E? All right, and you can see it gives you one of my pieces. It got one of mine. So if I'm X, I should do 6G. If memory serves, when you play Othello, you want to get to the corners as fast as you can. Looks like we can't do anything else there, so let's do 3E. So you have to do the row and column and then go. We've already played a few of these on consoles and even on some computer that allow you to move the cursor around the screen. $500 current day? Oh my gosh, for the Nascom? That's incredible. Yeah, right. Good shout out about StarKits. How many games do you think we're going to play total? Is it like 5? I don't think they did that much. Yeah, the X's and O's almost makes me feel like we're playing more tic-tac-toe. And you can see the graphics, it's not really doing anything well. It's also not allowed to play 2 people. It's only against the computer. So this is a 1-player only game. If you were by yourself wanting to play a quick game of Othello, there you go. You got somebody. Oh, yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, Noughts and Crosses is what it is. Not sure they call it in the U.S. I'm not sure either. So let's see what would be the next strategy after that. I would go 7E. 7E. We took... Oh, wait, no, you're not... Oh, I can't do that one. I need to do 2E. There we go, 2E. That gives you 1, and then he took 2. And then you just keep going like that. We could play better Othello and better Reversi on home computers. Definitely the other ones we've seen. This one's kind of a throwaway. I would say it's a bad title. This one, compared to all the other computer games, I'm going to go 1. It's in between the bad or broken, because it does work, but it's a 1-player only game. So I'm going to go 1 star for OXXO. Yeah, there we go. Noughts and Crosses in the UK. But this is not any tic-tac-toe. It's Reversi or Othello. All right, so after the Coco, let's go back to England. Oh, after we do a quick detour with the release of Pac-Man. This one we checked out our last episode when the Vent Nerd came on. So check out that if you want to see some Pac-Man or the release on the Atari home computer. Our next game is still in England, and this is on the Nascom. Piranha. Let's take a look at Piranha. Another one, no artwork, just a few screenshots. Sliding the Disc by INMC Software Library. If that's a real name or not. All right, so Piranha, we're falling in the Amazon and must avoid the man-eating piranha. Press any key to start or 0 to 9 to set the phase. H is to stop or adjacent keys to move in any direction. Press the key twice to move quickly. Swim from side to side for bonus points. When the score is over 1,000, turn on or off autopilot. What? By pressing A? No way. The game has an auto play? I am very curious to see if we can get 1,000 points. So P is to set phase, new game, and then change keys. So it lets you auto map the keys. That's pretty nice. I don't know. Pac-Man. It looks, or yeah, Piranha? I don't think so. And then you can leave the program. I don't know. Back in the day, we've seen some games that don't look graphically impressive, but they're still fun to play. All right, so for Piranha, let's go new game. Can we get to 1,000 points? All right, so I'm playing as the center character. Not sure what you call it. Mushroom? Whatever the character is on the Nascom. But everything else they're using is piranhas are displayed by the asterisks. And essentially, I'm just moving around dodging. My score goes up. Very curious. It's not the kind of game we've seen before. This is kind of like, there's only one other title I can think of we played in the 70s in the arcades where you just are avoiding things. And that's what we're doing. So I'm the character in the center, avoiding all the piranhas or asterisks, and you're just trying to stay alive as long as possible. We're currently in phase 2. Let's see if we go to, okay, let me try autopilot. Does it work? No. Oh, it is. It's autopilot. I don't want to go into the edge. I don't think it'll let me touch the walls. Let's try it out. Oh, you can. Okay, so you can go on the wall. So if I do A, what's it do? It is playing by itself. Okay, so hands off. I just hit the autopilot. This is one of the very first video games we've ever seen that plays itself. Wow. Okay, so that's so bizarre. And we died, of course, on autopilot. We made to phase 5. Did they let us keep going? Let's see, already start over. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just long as you can last. We made it to phase 5. Do a new game. Yeah, there's no shooting. It's just dodging and staying alive. A survival game? That's kind of a stretch. But it is an interesting concept. It's fresh, but I guess it'd be fun to play with a friend to say, how long can you last? You know, give them the... I'm just using the arrow keys to move around. And stay alive. There's phase 2. I won't use the autopilot this time. And I believe there was H to stop. No, H is not working. But whenever I move the cursor keys, if I want to go faster, I just tap it twice. And you can move faster in those directions. So it's no problem hitting the walls. Just keep going. How long can you last? Cool idea. And now it's making you want to keep going. How long can you last before you die to get the high score? No attacking, though. Just moving. In a way, you could say Pac-Man because there's no... Well, you have the power pellets. There is no power-ups here. There's no way to get back. It's just dodging. We've played a few Pac-Man variants that did not have power-ups. You just move around the maze and dodge the enemy, ghosts, or whatever they have. So you could say this is kind of like that. Okay, we made it to phase 6, and they're switching up the piranhas, moving them around. Looks like some of them, oh yeah, some of them are starting to come toward me. Like this one at the top of the screen, I bet he'll come down. Yeah, he comes down to come get me. Or chasing me around. Phase 7. Nice. That's true. Donkey Kong was out, but in the arcades. But yeah, very simple. Gets more realistic. Or not realistic. It gets more difficult. Cool. All right, so that is Piranha. Now, if it originally was 81, still, I say it's pretty cool for the time. Just because the gameplay is how long you can last, I'll go 3 stars for Piranha. Of all the games you could play on a home computer, very average for the time. It's kind of fresh, though, with the idea. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. We're still in England, and this is Print Shop for the ZX Spectrum. Print Shop is one I thought was only an application until I realized it is an actual game. Let's take a look at the artwork for Print Shop. This is by CCS. They call it a strategy game. Very comprehensive game for managers interested in testing their business acumen. Game spans a period of 12 weeks. Each week, the player is asked more decisions on the following, like number of category of staff to employ, amount of type of paper to use, quotation for each job, scheduling work, and so forth. So I thought this was an actual print shop like application for someone to use at a business. But no, it is a simulation game, and this is the other one that would be possible. I believe this is the first cassette that you'd see for yeah, it says management game. Very exciting, right? Yeah, so here's the object of the game and what you're supposed to do. It gives you the options to do staff establishment listing, paper stock, job estimates, how much money everyone's going to make, so forth. So it's running a business in 1982 in England of what that would be like. And there you go. You get 30 production hours in a week, how much the cost for the different people to staff your print shop business. Of the other business simulation games we've seen so far, Print Shop has got to be one of the more boring ones. We've seen Airline Simulator, where you're in charge of an airline company. We've seen the Lemonade Stand one. We've seen Oil. But Print Shop, it's not as impressive. Yes, probably. So the manual again was another one just done by type. So the real manual was the one we just checked out. All right, let's pop in Print Shop by CCS. At some point in May 1982. How popular was this one? I know management simulations were a little more popular in Europe, but I wouldn't see this one as any big deal. Okay, so what kind of level of difficulty do we want? Let's do poor. Print market poor. What additional staff do you want? How many layout artists? Let's do 2 layout artists. Hire 2 of them. Print operator. I want 3 print operators. Finisher. I'll do 1 finisher. And print supervisor. Let's do 1. There we go. So it gives us our weeks, almost an homage to all the other management simulations. They do this like a report, kind of a spreadsheet, give you an update of what's happening. You make your decisions, and then you decide if those decisions were a good one or not, and you make more money. So key additional stock that we want for the white paper, 4, why not? And then that one, let's do 4 more of that. See, I mean, this looks just like a spreadsheet. And when I saw this game and started playing this, I didn't think it was a game. So at first I wasn't going to even play this because it's so much like a spreadsheet instead of, or an application than a video game. Yes, there is no graphic designer. It's just making the decisions. How much blue ink do we want? I don't know. Green? Sure, 4. Yellow? Let's just buy it all. Brand tint? 1. Total value, 115 pounds, not too bad. Customer number 1 orders, I clicked past it. So then we do the print prep and offset finishing, and then it tells us what it's going to be. And then we have the schedule so it's almost so like an application that it makes me not even want to play the game. Unless this really was a tool that was used to train people for a business. I don't know. If you went back to 1982, would this be a real business simulation or not? I don't know. But for all the video games you could play at the time, on all the home computers we've seen so far, this is bad. I would say of even business simulation games. I'm going to go 1.5 stars for Print Shop. There's a lot better business simulation games out there. There's a lot better video games to play out there than Print Shop. And with that, let's see where we're going now. Another game that we played with the Event Nerd last episode. This is Protector on the Atari home computer. Check out last episode to see and play Protector. The next one we're checking out is Rox III for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This one is one we've seen on the Commodore VIC-20. Now that the Spectrum's out, Jeff Minter has to spread his llamas to the ZX Spectrum. The sequel everyone really wasn't wanting. Rox III. Let's take a look at the artwork for Rox III. If it's got llamas everywhere, then it's Jeff Minter. LlamaSoft computer software. And that's all we get. Just a llama, and we're going to pop it and play it. Sometime in May 1982 by Jeff Minter. This is Rox III. Oh, they got a high score table. Nice touch. It's kind of like an arcade game, but not really. So enter to start the game. Let's get our spongy keyboard out. Now, oh, nice touch. Drawing in the planets. Cool. There we go. That's classic. Getting some sound and color. Now, this game is controlled by... Oh, I can't believe I missed that one. It's controlled by only 3 or 4 buttons. V, B, and N. And so all you do is you are firing off missiles in one direction with one letter, another direction with another letter, and another direction with another one. So I'm essentially a sitting duck, and all I'm doing is firing missiles to hit the asteroids before they crash. And if they crash through, you see, I am dead. I blew up already. But you do have a panic button, like in the other Rox games. And you push the panic button, and then all the asteroids die or explode. All right, so we didn't even destroy one of them. It is a timing-based game. So since I can't move, it's different than most shooters. I would say even more rudimentary than Space Invaders because I'm in one spot. And all I do is time my missiles. Missed it again. But if they get close, I'm just going to use the panic button this time. Get it? Yeah, panic. Panic button, quick. Woo, that was close. Panic button goes off, flashes. So we get sounds and color. And if you played this on the ZX81 when it originally came out, there was no sound, and there was the exact same gameplay. But the sound and color adds a little bit to it, but you can still see all you're doing is having to time your missiles. Come on, make one. There you go. And got it. There you go. But without the movement, the gameplay is hindered. So while it's a interesting attempt and it's very old school ZX Spectrum, it still doesn't really have anything on the gameplay front. Attack Wave 1 complete. We made it to Attack Wave 2. Thanks, Zaito 8. Go, 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 go. I don't believe it. Use the panic button, quick. I can't believe I missed it. Yeah, I'm hoping that you can see the games in the context of what else was out there. And this episode, for some reason, we got a lot of games in the United Kingdom that all came out. ZX Spectrum, Nascom, and even Commodore VIC-20. Oh, go, 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 go. In England, no more panic button left. It's going to have to make a crater. Go, go, go. Missed it. So it's all about timing. And we explode in spectacular fashion. Add the sound effects. Cool. All right, there we go. We got full name we can put in. And you can see Jeff Minter's really playing with the sound, trying to get as much sound as he can, and color the flashes around the border. Very nice. Yes. So there you go, Rox III. Very similar to what we had played on the Commodore VIC-20. So I'm going to do the same in fashion. It's a subpar game, considering all the computer games out there. I'm going to go 2.5 stars for Rox III. And now, let's see our next game. We are still in England on the Commodore VIC-20, and this is Scramble. Here we go. Scramble has some interesting artwork. This is by Bug Byte Software, unexpanded VIC-20, and bear that in mind. That means you don't need to buy any additional RAM to play. Cool front of the box, going in this with the sci-fi feel. And then just an example of the screenshot. For other versions, yeah, we just have the two options, but let's pop it and play Scramble by S. Munnery. Bug Byte Software, sometime in May 1982. Oh, wow, yeah, it's Scramble. So this one works with the VIC-20 joystick, and there was no intro opening screen. It just goes right into the game. Now, if I hold the button down, it auto-fires in front, and if I lean back, it tilts the missiles down, so I can fire in front or down at the same time. But, I mean, look at that. The scrolling's choppy, which is understandable on the VIC-20, but the smoothness of the ship on the left side is pretty impressive, especially for the PAL version of the VIC-20 in Europe. I mean, look at this. We got constant fire going, too. And just like Scramble, we have to get fuel, right? Oh, there it is at the bottom. I'm ready to blow up some fuel bases. About to run out. Don't see any yet. Yeah, we might run out of fuel. I wasn't paying attention to the... Oh, and I can move the joystick left and right for speed. So if I hold it... Let's see, hold it right. Uh-oh, yep, gonna run out. And, yeah, I ran out of fuel. So you can use that to adjust your speed left and right. Yeah, I'm with you. Best box art so far. Alright, so we're back in. Where'd the scrolling go? Okay, there we go. And let's try to get some fuels this time. There's one. Let's see if we can hit that. Interesting, it doesn't blow up. The fuel just gets refilled. Or it didn't refill, if that is the fuel at the bottom. But I can speed myself up, go to the right side. Yeah, the enemies at the bottom are not fuel, but I thought that one was. Oh, it's still going down. I do not know how to get the fuel back up. Anything? No, it's still not blowing up. Maybe you have to just get to the end. Fly faster. Go, go, go. Let's try it again. Uh-oh, nope, not looking good. Yeah, lost fuel again and down. The plane is down. The fire is very reminiscent of Defender. Scramble and Super Cobra used the idea of Defender and then expanded that. But it's still auto-scrolling. I'm controlling the speed of the scrolling. And for the VIC-20, especially for Europe, this is a very well-done port of Scramble. Notice that in the top right, it says Scramble 3, because whenever you begin, it goes back to the first level, Scramble 1, and then Scramble 2, and then Scramble 3. Oh, maybe we got to run over the fuel. Okay. What happened? Did it freeze on me? Hello? Hello? Are you there? Uh-oh. And did we crash? Oh, maybe we crashed. I still say for a Scramble, one you're going to play on the home computer, it's all right. For 1982, of all the computers we could play, I'd say about average for every game we've seen up to this point. It's fast, it's fun. Not doing anything particularly well, not doing anything particularly bad, but I'll say perfectly average. All right, so after Scramble, let's see what our next game is. Next, we're going to the BBC Micro. Another, well, this one was released in 1981, but still fresh. Over here on the left side is the computer program that's being played on televisions all over the UK to introduce everyone to computers and technology. This is Seek by Program Power. Let's take a look at Seek, starting with the artwork. Oh man, scaring the kids in the UK. Is it a horror title? Is it hide and go seek? You can still kind of feel it's, even though the front of the box kind of looks like it was made by a big company, the artwork itself kind of feels like a kid's drawing, like we've seen with most home computers. And there's the cassette tape we're going to be playing. Make sure to add the chain Seek if you want to load the game, and then an example of the screenshot. All right, so let's pop in Seek and play it on our Beeb, published by Program Power. Object of Adventures, collect all the treasures. So Seek is another text adventure game. That's really what it did. It gave us a splash screen and just goes right into the game. All right, so we're in a large clearing at a crossroads. There's the smell of adventure in the air. I'm going to have to say that every time we start a text adventure game now. The smell of adventure is in the air. All right, so we want to go east. Does E work? Oh, thank you. Yes, we can use E again. You're by a wall, 30 feet high. West is a track, and I can see rope. Get that rope. Okay, we got the rope. And let's use the rope. The rope hangs from the wall. And now let's go east. We've climbed over. The wall is west. South is a path with winds to the mist. A dark, small tunnel is east. Trees are north, and I can see keys. Is everyone drawing their map now at home? Following along? Because they're already starting the... This is west. This is east, north. Everyone, make sure you pay attention. All right, let's get the keys. Got those keys. And then after we got the keys, then we want to go north. We're at the crossroads of the forest. We can see smoke to the north. Okay, so let's go north again. Follow the smoke. We're at a woodsman's hut. He is out, and I can see an axe. Doesn't this feel like we're playing an adventure game in England? It has some kind of feeling of the way that it was written. Yeah, most people didn't have patience for text adventure games, but a lot of us are used to how video games are now. If you were back at the time and you had a home computer and you were spending the time either to type in your own code or wanting to play a video game that allowed for more freedom than just some quick twitch shooter, this is the way you would play. So adventure games were for a different type of gamer that first of all, you were a big reader or you like those choose your own adventure books. And this would be a game that allowed you to have a little bit more freedom and thinking about how to play puzzles and so forth than just let's go around and shoot everything like in the arcades. The smell of adventure. Licorice. I don't know. I'd say stew. The smell of adventure is stew. Okay, so after let's get that axe. Maybe we can chop something with it. Can I do I and V? Is that inventory? Nice. Okay, yeah, so better text parser than the last one we played. This is kind of what we're used to with Text Adventure Games 1982. We got the keys, the rope, the axe. Oh, gateways, leather goddess, a photo. Oh yeah, the old Leisure Suit Larry Space Quest. Oh yeah. Now, text adventure games would be the precursor to that. We haven't seen any true. Well, we've seen graphic adventure games, but the only graphic adventure games we've seen at this point are just a picture and maybe, if we're lucky, a little bit of animation. There is no King's Quest yet. So this is still, everything's going to be still with a text parser, and there is not any movement or action. It is just typing everything in. All right, so after we got the axe, let's go south. Get that axe, go south with the crossroads. Let's go south again. And now we have the dark small tunnel, and trees are to the north. Let's go south again. We're by the old rusty gate. Mist swirls around you. A path leads north. All right, so after we do that, let's use the keys. The gate swings open, and now let's go south. Past the gate. Now we have gravestones surrounding us. North is an exit. An overgrown path leads south. I can see a cudgel. Okay. I think we want to get that, right? Gate opens. Go south again. I guess we don't want the cudgel. Now, if you're just now tuning in, we've played adventure games since the very beginning, 1971, when all of them first started coming out, including Colossal Cave and the actual one that's called Only Adventure. And I wanted to have the experience of let's play an adventure game and figure out the puzzles and be cryptic and learn it as we go. And it didn't work. It's some of them were very, very difficult. So now every adventure game we play, at least text adventure game, I got walkthroughs so we can get through them. Yeah, Cudgel is unique. We haven't seen that one before. But we're not getting it. So south is a dilapidated crypt. A disused path runs north. A marshy trail heads west to the wall. All right, so now we're in the crypt. Oh, no, I want to go north. I want to get that cudgel. Get cudgel. Okay, now let's go south. Dilapidated ruins, marsh, trail, got it. Wait, there's supposed to be... Can we see? Yeah, no plank here. All right, we'll just keep going north. Drop the keys. Gravestones surround you. North is an exit. So we need the cudgel to move forward. So we'll keep going here. Let's go ahead and drop the keys here. Okay, we don't need it. Now go north. Oh wait, no, we need the key. Okay, we need to get keys. Why did the gate lock itself after we went through it? What are we doing as an adventurer? Let's lock the gate back and okay. So go north again. Gate slams shut behind you. Rusty. Okay, so now drop the keys. Makes no sense. Why are you locking the gate back? Oh yeah, love that. Imagination games, yes. All those will be later. We're currently in May of 1982. All right, so after we go through the gate, next thing we want to do is go north again. And then we have the wall that winds to the west. Okay, let's use the rope. Rope's tied to the wall. Got it. And then go west over the wall. We're over. By the wall, 30 feet high. West is a track. Okay, so let's go west again. We're in a large clearing at a crossroads. There's a smell of that smell of adventures in the air. Someone better take care of that. We want to get rid of the smell. All right, then after that, we want to go drop the rope. Okay, and then drop the... Oh, this is the way to cross over the path. I see. All right, so if you got the idea, this is a small taste of a very long, lengthy game based on Colossal Cave and the other adventure games, but it's doing something different. Everything we've seen so far on European home computers has mostly been the same old formula. Go get something for treasure and come back. This one's doing a little bit something different. So I'll save all the games you could play at the time. On any computer, I'm going to go 3 stars. And if you're just now tuning in, our rating system is you got to be in 1982. This is we're in May 1982, and we're playing everything. So if you say the game is pretty average for a game you would see on home computers at the time, you'd be around the 3-star range. So I'm going to go 3 stars for Seek. And after Seek, what is next? We're back on the Nascom. This is Serpent. Let's take a look at Serpent. Another one we don't have any artwork for except a few screenshots. Let's pop it and play Serpent by Wall Haywood. And here we go. Seek and destroy the Serpents. Your time is limited. You can sustain only 5 collisions. Move the submarine with the cursor control keys. Press Z to fire left and slash to fire right. Beware of killer whales. Okay, let's see. Your skill level to adjust the game speed. Oh, okay, so this one is, let's do capable captain. I'll hit number 3, and we're in. Whoa, okay, so here I go. Submarine on the left side of the screen. Kind of reminds me of graphics we'd see on the TRS-80. This kind of blocky look of it. But yeah, so I can shoot left and right, so I can actually move around. But there's the Serpent swimming around. Let's see what happens if I shoot. Oh, if you shoot it, it splits unless you shoot it in the head. Got one. Okay, so that one I hit in the head, but if I shoot this one and don't... There's the killer whale. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't destroy it, though. It didn't let me shoot it. So every time you fire, if you don't shoot the Serpent in the head, it just continues to split over and over again. There you go. I got one down. Nope. I got another one. So if you... It's almost like they're taking the snake variant, but instead of controlling the snakes are wiggling around, and you have to make sure you shoot them in the head. Yeah, so this one's very different. I thought it would be a snake variant too. We've already seen one on the Nascom. Lumberjack. We only have so many collisions with our sub before we're done. And it shows you how many serpents are up. Look at that. I like that effect of the serpents. That's pretty cool. Come on, get him. Yep. And I'm almost being very lucky. Yeah, really, really lucky to shoot him down. If you don't hit... Oh, see, I hit that one in the tail. He splits. And the killer whale is like an intermission. The serpents stop for a sec before they come back. This is another release that was not 1982. Oh, game over. Oh, the time. That is time constraint. Okay. Way to go, Wall Haywood. So the copyright... There is 1981. Not sure if it was developed in 81 or released in 81, but it is not the brand newest game you could play. Oh, maybe. That's a good point. Oh, and Psychonauts, it's so good. So good. All right, so this was Serpent. I'd say for 1981, that's a pretty cool idea. I'm gonna go for all the titles we could see. If you tell yourself that of all the computer games you could play, if it's a good game or an excellent game, you want to be around here in the 4-star range. But if you tell yourself this is one of the best computer games you could play, you'd be in the 5-star range. I am not that. I'd still say it's a very well done game for a computer game from 1981. I'll go 3.5 stars for Serpent. It's playable and addictive. I want to keep playing. Very fun. Oh, Sequest too. All right, and with that, let's see our next game. We're back in the United States, and this is Shrink for the TRS-80 color computer. Shrink is another one that's borderline application or game. The only information we have as far as artwork is a advertisement for Shrink, another one that's by Star Kits. Let's pop in and play Shrink by Tom Quay at some point in May 1982. And I believe this one is also machine language. So it should be fast. Oh, that's right. This one's the Eliza clone. So I'm going to be talking to a computer in 1982. All right. Run it. Shrink. Good job, Tom. Hi, I'm Eliza. Oh, it is just like Eliza. I can help you solve all sorts of problems, but you must talk to me in complete sentences so that I can properly understand you. Just tell me to shut up if this gets too deep for you. Oh, so it's Shrink like going to see a psychiatrist. Now, what's your problem? Okay, let's make something crazy like, I hate my mom, and see what it says. That'd be a really bad psychiatrist problem. What else bothers you? That's a big problem. You don't want to help me with that? What else bothers you? I smell. That else bothers me. That's quite interesting. You suck. We were discussing you. We were discussing you, not me. Help me. Keep trying, dummy. Eventually you'll get it. Okay, that's a little saucy. Dummy? I'm not a dummy. Oh, doomy? I believe it is normal to be not a... and they're just repeating it back. This is so crazy to see, like artificial intelligence back in 1982. What about help me please? I don't often get to meet dum-dums. See, now it's just insulting me. Yes, Siri, circa 1982. Freaky. All right, so again, it's like, is this really a game? I know people would have fun with it, similar to programs that talk back to you after you type things in. but I wouldn't call this a game per se. It is more of borderline application. But so for all the games we've seen to this point, I'm gonna go for a game. It's not really fun. I'm gonna go half star. You can be with me or not, but I mean, is it really a game, or is it just an Eliza clone, or doing Siri back then? Oh yeah, maybe if we insulted it back, it would help. I did say it was stupid or dumb. That's how ChatGPT was. Oh gosh. Yeah, 1 star. I could be with you on that too. All right, so after Shrink, let's get a real game. What's our next one? Here we go. Still on the TRS-80 color computer. This is Sir Eggbert Jumper. Another one that we don't have a lot of artwork for, just an ad that came with the Dark Castle game system. There you go. You can see it's Sir Eggbert Jumper. That's all we have. The rest is screenshots. We also have what was the re-release when it was put in, typed in a magazine. The first release was this one that we're going to play, but whenever you saw it in the magazine, this gives you a little bit more information. This is by David Dawson. Sir Eggbert Jumper leaps to the rescue. You only need 16K for this. So this is an out of the Rainbow magazine for the TRS-80 color computer. One terrible day, a hole appeared in the ground in a small kingdom. Terrible creatures began to spring from it and ravage the countryside. Many knights descended into the pit, but none returned. Finally, Egbert. Is this from England? Sir Egbert sounds like it'd be something in the UK. He's a strange knight who never used weapons and only had an odd ability to jump like a rabbit. Oh gosh. Volunteered to rid the kingdom of the menace. The king was doubtful but desperate, so he agreed to send the young peculiar knight. Sir Eggbert Jumper is a one-player game similar to many climb-up games like Donkey Kong. There you go. How someone would have described Donkey Kong back in 1982. It's one of those, you know, climb-up games, but with more of a swords and sorcery theme. There's 8 dungeon screens included in Eggy's task. Oh, it's got to be England. Come on, Eggy. 5 of which are different. The last screen holds many surprises which you'll have to play to see. And I think they're referring to the dragon. Gameplay of Eggy is to grab a yellow key and move, not jump, below the yellow door to exit the dungeon level. Be careful, jumping onto the door will erase it and trap you on that level. And here we go. David Dawson holds a master's degree in psychology and will be working towards his doctorate in the fall. He has a wife, Lee Ann, and a son, Adam. Well, David probably, I don't know if he made any more games or he actually went to be a doctor. Please be a doctor. Touching any red object will knock Eggy out. Touching yellow objects, except the key, will cause the screen to change color. While the colors remain abnormal, it's not possible to jump off the level Eggy is on. Be careful not to step off the platform. Creatures cannot harm Eggy while they're not red, so use the time to get away from them. Touching blue objects and all objects while the colors are not normal scores points. What? That makes no sense. Creature will appear if too much time is taken on a level. This creature leaves a permanent trail that may make it impossible to continue and effectively end the game. Okay, that must be what they're talking about, the dragon creature. So this uses the joystick of the Coco. Move left and right, the joystick in the direction desired. At any time Eggy's feet are not supported, he will fall. To jump up, press the joystick while pressing the... okay, so to jump, you move and push the button at the same time. If the stick is also inclined to the right, Sir Eggbert will jump in that direction as well. Jumping down is done the same way. Has to be pulled back. And jumping down is critical that he's near the edge of the platform. If he's too far away from the edge, he'll try to jump up instead of down. Oh gosh, I'm a little scared to play a platformer on the TRS-80 color computer that jumps. So there you go. Let's pop in and play Sir Eggbert Jumper. Released at some point in May 1982. Oh man. I just saw the ratings for the last one. Quarter star. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh damn, yes. This is before Jump King was out. Oh, okay, this one is in basic. Let's run Eggbert. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the very first platformer that has jumping on the TRS-80 color computer. We've had other jumping platformers on home computers, and of course, Donkey Kong was the very first one we ever saw. Okay, we're in. There he is. Oh, look at Sir Eggbert. He moves so slow. Oh, I got points for picking that up. That's cool. So how do I jump? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's my jump. That's my jump. It's like animation in 2 frames. And if I want to jump to the top platform, what do I just go up? Oh, nope. Oh my gosh, there's fall damage? No, why would you do that? That's terrible. And then your body lays strewn, it stays on the ground after you die? No, why would you do that? It's supposed to be the latest craze of the Donkey Kong clones. Okay, so I made it up that time. Whoa. This is the one, I picked up something yellow, so it changes everything to a different color. But now I'm afraid to jump up. I'm going to die again. All right, so let's see if I can make it. Nope, can't make that one. It's only 2 frames of animation for the jump. Gosh. Come on, go. Let's see if it'll let me go now. Go. And then if you miss the jump, what in the world? It goes through the... Wait, he makes a chasm for the... Oh my gosh. This is crazy. And okay, at least my dead body's not there. I thought I was going to see 2 dead bodies left on the ground. Okay, so I made it there, but now it's going to make another platform? It made another hole? Why? Why would you do that? What? No, I just jumped. I made it to the platform, but it didn't register that. Good gosh. Try again, adventurer. You reached level 1. Your score was 10. How do I go again? Run? No, it would be the same thing. It'd be run Eggbert, right? And then it goes back. Oh my gosh, it's so buggy. We're in the wild west of programming games, but come on, you had to play this, David. You're gonna be a doctor. You can't be foolhardy like this. And yeah, games are so difficult nowadays. They mock us for not being good enough at playing the game. All right, here we go. Go. Oh my gosh. Okay, at least it didn't clip me through. The last time I tried, it clipped me. Let's see if we can get the key this time. Nope. Okay, let's try again. Now, it is the very first platformer that jumps on the TRS-80 color computer, but I don't know if I can be lenient. We've played Donkey Kong in the arcades. We've even played home console games that have jumping. Pickaxe Pete on the Odyssey 2. Monkey Shines at Averett. What? What? I made it on the platform. Maybe I'm not supposed to get the key yet. Or do it a different way. Is my dead body... It is. Look at that. Oh. And if you clip through it, oh gosh, it's so buggy. Yeah, I would say it slightly looks like Pickaxe Pete, but no. What? I did it again. I jumped but clipped through. I'm going to have to go on the broken range for this. It's ambitious because they want to make it a platform, but wow. I did it again. I made the jump, but it's terrible. Yeah, Cannonball Blitz was a pretty good one we played on the Commodore VIC-20 and the Apple II, but wow. Fall damage in a platformer right now. Why? Why would you do that? It's 1982. There should be no fall damage. You should have as many chances as you want to try to jump. They're still working out the physics of what jumping is in a video game for a platformer. So, it's interesting to see this time, but no, I'm going to go, it's broken, because you can barely even play it yourself. But our broken range is like half star or 1 star. I'm still going to say, for the time, it'd be something you would try over and over and over again. So I'm going to go 1 star. It is broken, definitely. Wow. That's right. Maybe you did become a psychiatrist. Tell me, how does this game make you feel? And what do you want to do with your life after you've played this game and died so many times? Oh, man. Very scary. Okay, so with that, let's press forward and see our next game. Yes, right? And the crash was mostly in consoles in North America, but I still feel like this was England. This was North America on the color computer. It's very rare to have the color computer in England. Pretty soon we're going to have the release of the Dragon home computer, which is pretty much the same thing. But Sir Eggbert just feels English to me. All right, our next game is back on the Commodore VIC-20. This is Scramble in England. So we are for sure in England with Scramble. Let's take a look at the artwork for Scramble. Another one, this is Scramble with a K. Artwork's going again for that sci-fi theme. I don't know what's going to happen. We've already played Scramble with a C. This is by Terminal Software, and you can see the date says 83, but the first time you could play this was in 82. Scramble by Terminal Software with an example of the screenshot. And the other versions we have is 2 different ways you could play. Let's pop in the first one on cassette sometime in May 1982 by R.W. Stevens and Terminal Software. I just saw the ratings. They're so bad. All right, so this one is one we're going to have to cheat because it takes so long to load. I'm not waiting for the cassettes. You don't want to wait for the cassettes. There's our controls for Scramble with a K. We can also use the joystick, and we're definitely going to use the joystick. Let's go. There we go. Play a little ditty before you play. Why not, right? All right, so this one is controlled kind of the same way, auto-scrolling. Can I go... I have some freedom of movement now, and I can actually make out what is the oil for fuel. That's nice. I can hold down the fire button, continuous fire. Bomb drops down, and I can move a little bit. I like that. Can I go all the way? Yeah, if I want to go all the way to the other side, I can. Not getting any opposition. They start off with just fire at everything down below. Easy sound effects for the VIC-20. And the horizontally scrolling, if you're thinking about like how choppy it is, it's actually all right for the time. Commodore VIC-20 is the top computer, at least one of the best-selling ones right now, because Commodore VIC-20 was selling computers in toy stores alongside with other toys. So they were making a steal, and they did the same thing with Commodore 64, making it like a toy you could buy. Oh, here we go. Now we got the missiles taken off. And this is playing with the Commodore VIC-20 joystick. Working pretty good. Those helicopters are just a waste. They're just a target. They're not even taking off to attack me. Yeah, this would be a good fun time. Oh, and there we go. Moving on to another level, just like Scramble in the arcade game. We have possibly aliens. Since we used our imagination here in 1982, I'm going to say those are alien facehuggers. The giant ones that are attacking the ship. Oh gosh. The tunnel's getting smaller. I love it, yeah. Far cry from a Yar's Revenge sequel. But you can kind of see what we're working with as far as video games on the home computer. We're playing everything, though, too. Consoles, handhelds, and arcade. Go, go, go! Oh, finally they got me. But hey, good run for the first try. For the first time you play, it's a good time. Scramble is all right. And to be fair, what they got in England compared to everything else we've seen in North America, they're a little behind the times as far as computers go. It's going to be catching up rapidly. But what we saw on home computers in North America, you have a lot better polished titles on the Apple II and TRS-80 and so forth. But in England, we have, you know, a Commodore VIC-20s over there, Apple II's over there as well. But the most popular system or computer that everyone's going to buy is the Spectrum or the ZX81. And so this was pretty typical of a home computer game. I'm going to say of all the computer games you could play, of everything, the whole gamut, this is about average. So 3 stars for Scramble with a K. Still nothing doing anything particularly well or bad for the time. All right, so after Scramble, that is going to conclude our evening this time. This episode ends with mostly games in the United Kingdom, showing you the rise of how games are starting in Europe and how we have the beginning of slow decline in North America. And by I say rise, I'm mostly meaning content, because there's a lot of games in Europe. Doesn't mean all of them are good games. We have the start of shovelware and combinations of games in packs in Europe. Not for really the best find. But there you go. If you could go back to 1982 and rate these games, let me know in the comments below on our 5-star rating scale what you would say. That's it for today, and like I always say, you can have great developers from any country. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.